Before we go inside the lab, I do want to give you. Actually, I think.
I have some
You have it?
information.
Okay, okay. Actually, he'll take you inside, into the lab, the two of you, and then, Director Cody, if you can follow me, we'll go over here
Isabel,
into the lounge.
Isabel, and
Okay.
no, they're in there. Eleanor, sorry.
Oh. Sorry.
Here.
And then, number 5, come with me.
Oh, thank you.
So feel free to take a seat, get comfortable. Again, we're not here to scare you. Just want to talk.
Okay.
After you, ladies.
5, do you want to kick things off?
Sure. Obviously, what happened was a tragedy, and we'd like to get to the bottom of it.
That makes sense. It was a tragedy.
Why don't you start by talking a little bit about that then? We all saw the recording that was released. Got a little bit of context there, but I'd love to know a little bit more. Anything that you might need to tell us about what you knew about the virus before, it got unleashed on the city.
I didn't know too much about it other than it was chemical X21 that got mutated and infected some individuals, which was highly contagious. Then when it outbroke from Humane, it infected most of the population, and I got dragged over to MRPD and produced a cure over there and basically helped guide it to Mount Gordo to get it in the water system.
See, I think that's where we're still building that trust, right? We want to trust you, but it feels like this is almost the result of something that's gone wrong, and we want to believe that it wasn't at your hands.
Yeah, I don't know how it mutated or how it even got out. I didn't know much about it until it got released, and the mayor called me and talked to me about some things, helping me get a cure settled for it, and then it went on from there.
Did did it surprise you at all? Like, were there any warning signs when it first started to mutate? Like, did you have an opportunity to try to stop it before it broke out?
There was no warning signs for me. I had no idea it was happening. It came to shock to us all.
We noticed in some of the log footage that was released with Weasel News that some of the individuals that were there might not have been seen that night, kind of leaving when the outbreak did happen. Did some of those scientists stop working there? They stopped coming in. Did you see any connections anywhere of anybody mistreating the chemical?
I did notice that there's a scientist there named Jack who kind of took a liking to X21. I believe he was the one that was in the recordings. He was always watching it.
Okay, I think that's maybe where some of the confusion might be. I mean, I think a lot of people assumed that Jack was in fact you. Maybe a twin or a very close doppelganger. Uh, so maybe that's maybe some of the misinformation that we've received or concluded from. Um, what do you think, number 5?
It's starting to make a little bit more sense. We've come to understand that recently there have been some slight changes in your department. Given what we've gone through with this virus and the outbreak, Do you think it's at all possible that the previous management could have tried to sabotage the facility after leaving?
There is a slight chance that that could be the case. I thought I could trust them, but then on their way out, they just burned all the documents we had, and we basically had to start fresh. Like, we lost all documentation of everything. So I think they might have been hiding something that they didn't want us to see when we got promoted.
Interesting. So perhaps actual some sabotage. What do you think, number one?
Yeah, it sounds like it, honestly. Trying to think what else could kind of give us a direct answer here.
Well, I think an important question we really should be able to ask is, if there is something that they were doing to sabotage, I assume your presence here is a sign that you'll be willing to assist us in, perhaps clearing your name.
Yeah, of course, I would gladly help and try to clear my name, because I was hearing that people believe it was a twin of mine in the facility as well, and I don't want people thinking that's me.
Yeah, I understand. We have the citizens of Lucid City's best interest at heart, and I'm sure you do as well.
Yeah,
So,
100%.